this game. I mean, you try not to be derogatory, dismissive, or anything like that, but this is top versus bottom. And this is a team with only 9 points, scored 19, conceded 65. I mean, they are on for the record, let's just be crystal clear, as the worst team in Premier League history. That's just a fact, sounding Rafferish at the same time. I mean, we talk about their threats and we analyse them. If you think of players that I like the look of, Tyler Diblin is one, isn't he? I know people say he's only got 2 goals and he's in a struggle inside, but I think he's a real talent. I really do. Right wing, left foot in that regard. So, yeah, for me, absolutely one to keep an eye on. But I'm trying to think of when we played them last time, because it was 3-2, if you remember, wasn't it? Adam Armstrong got that goal, so people may reference that. But it was a different time of the season, and I actually think the confidence has just evaporated out of them completely. Me and Bart's looked at them the other night that they should actually have conceded 10 more goals. They should have conceded, according to Understat, 75 in the Premier League. I mean, you want to be respectful, but it's top versus bottom. Completely different teams. And yeah, as Hellion mentions there, they're the worst away team in general and in the Premier League. And yeah, I know people are going to start saying this as they are room for rotation. We'll get to my thoughts on the lineup shortly. Yeah, Ballers FC saying Diblin is brilliant, Kroos controls out of this world. I think he's the one, isn't he, when you look at their lineup, that when they go down, I was going to say if they go down, it's crazy, isn't it? When they go down, he's off. No 2 ways about it. Which then comes to us, doesn't it? And I suppose, what will the lineup, score and scorers be? Now, for me, I don't think I'm going to get my wish, because ultimately, for me, it comes down to, if you can't rotate against, officially, as it stands, the worst Premier League team in history, when can you rotate? You also look at some of the players, the rotational elements, the players that have done well recently. Nunes has a good cameo. Elliott scores. Endo's been brilliant recently. I think Kiesa's locked in a cupboard or a dungeon somewhere, so maybe he's kicking about ready for this one. You could enforce so much rotation. You really could. And I think we'd still be red-hot favourites beyond belief to win. Now, part of me in my heart is saying that Arne Slot mentioned in the press conference about, I'll pick, if I do rotation, it'll be because I think it's the right team for the game, not with PSG in mind. He was quite clear on that. However, the fact he's talking about a cup final, I think you'll see some in this, but not as much as people will want. So I think it'll be naturally Alisson in nets, Trent at right back. I think Tsimikas will come in at left back just to rest Robbo ahead for the second leg, because he was terrorised quite a bit by Kavicha, Dembele when he went out there as well. So I think they'll want Robbo fully firing. So I expect Costas to come in. And I do think that Konate will keep his place. I do think that. I know some are saying Kwanzaa, but I think it'll be Konate. So that's my back 5. In the middle, Gravenmack, because I don't think they're allowed a day off. It must be in their contract for the Premier League this season, despite the fact many would want to see Endo in there in this game. I get that. Jones. I think he'll start. I think you'll probably see Szoboszlai come on for him at some point. And I wouldn't even be surprised if we see both of them on PSG, but let's just level on Southampton right now. I think Jones, Szoboszlai ran his heart out, is rested. The front 3, this is interesting, and maybe out of them all, the most interesting, because it was a bad game for Jota. It just didn't play to any of his strengths. He just couldn't hold it at all or make a difference, could he? I think Nunes starts this one, because at home against PSG, it's a completely different beast. So I think Darwin gets the nod for this one. Mo will be on the right. There's no way Mo Salah's going to say anything like Harvey. Mo Salah will be on the right-hand side starting this. No 2 ways about it. He'll be thinking about records and where he can get in that golden boot race. I'm always going to go back on myself, but it's going to sound crazy here a little bit. Gakpo being injured is definitive. Luis Diaz, it would not surprise me again if he's left. I think it will be Diaz, but I just wonder if Jota might get some minutes out on the left. I do wonder that. I do think, to say, it'll be Diaz, Núñez, Salah up front for this one, but I would not put anything beyond Diogo Jota in the Premier League starting this one on the left. Few comments coming in. Ballers FC, similar, though he has Quanta in as well. The only difference there. Yeah, Heliord said he will play Tsimikas, Quanta, Endo, Núñez, players that lately haven't started most matches but get a chance now. As I said, I don't disagree with that personally. I just don't think Arne Slot's going to do it. We'll have to see. And I know Heliod's saying there as well, every team in the Premier League provide a fan. It's important to not get complacent. I don't think anyone is complacent. I don't think you're seeing that the likes of Endo, Núñez, Elliott the other night, they are hungry to make a difference. And actually, I don't think it was complacency if you pick them in that regard. I think they'd be looking to come in and think, this is where I can show what I'm about. Especially Southampton at home. You're thinking, if Harvey Elliott gets a chance, he's like, yeah, we're going to pin these in. This is where I can ping it around, show the head coach what I can do. So I don't think complacency comes into it for anyone. I think maybe just smartness. But that is not me being derogatory in any way about Arne Slot. I just do not think we are going to see the rotation we want, personally. Which then comes to score and scorers. It can't be anything other than a Liverpool win, can it? Red armchair supporter there saying maybe regulars want them to gain rhythm. Yeah, I suspect it, again, depends what happens, and touch wood, ringing changes around the 60 mark, isn't it? And feeding players in with, as much as he's not going to say it, one eye on that. Liverpool win 3-0 for me, and Mo Salah to open the scoring. That is what I am going for. A Liverpool victory, 3-0, Mo Salah to open the scoring. It is a funny one this week, isn't it? That Saturday, 3 o'clock. And if you look at the way the fixtures fall, it might actually be the final 3 p.m. kickoff of this season. Because if you look at the other fixtures that have been announced or switched for April, they've all got that asterisk next to them, haven't they? The asterisk that says, better enter on Champions League and this and cups and etc. So there's a real chance this is the final Saturday, 3 o'clock of the afternoon. This is against the worst team in the Premier League. That's just a fact. A chance of being the worst Premier League team in history at home against the team at the top that is 13 points clear. Nothing is given in the Premier League. That's why it's called the greatest in the world for obvious reasons. But it's right to expect. We shouldn't be using terms like banana skin or difficulty in this one. It's right to expect a Liverpool victory. Ballers FC, their confidence saying 4-0, a Salah double, Núñez and Curtis on the score sheet as well. We will have to see what tomorrow brings, but definitely some interesting quotes there. Couple of things, as ever, as I always say to you, have a full watch, have a full listen for the press conference, because for some bizarre reason, people talk to us, oh, you misrepresent. No, I'm just talking to you or telling you exactly what Arne Slot said, word for word. If you want the tone, the nature, the delivery, that's why you should watch the press conference. And the second thing is, information is there is an embargo tonight. What that involves, what that's around, I have absolutely no idea. But about 10:30 tonight, there should be a few quotes from Arne Slot coming out. So keep an eye on those. But there we go, ladies and gents. Friday, the 7th of March, around 24 hours till Southampton visit Anfield, where hopefully, it's one of those nice routine wins, but you never know what could crop up. And that, ladies and gents, was another post-conference presser for Anfield Index.